Bonjour tout le monde, je m'appelle Danny Frank, je suis psychiatre à l'hôpital général juif. Congratulations and best wishes to the Clinique of Pointe-Saint-Charles for its 50th anniversary. I am personally extremely proud of your clinic, and I'll tell you why. I'm extremely honored to have been asked to come down to the clinic and see what's happened over 50 years. I come from Philadelphia, where as a high school student, I was part of Martin Luther King's civil rights organization. I even was in Washington for I Had a Dream speech, and I was influenced by him and by other medical students and doctors in the United States who took the civil rights philosophy and politics into the sphere of medicine and wanted the population to be served, a population that was generally ignored or defavorized. So when I was a second-year medical student, I made a visit to Pointe-Saint-Charles. I was very impressed with the neighborhood, with the fact that it was a relatively underprivileged neighborhood. English and French were both spoken. There was only one doctor on Ash Street, as it happens, that I visited. He was not particularly interested in us medical students starting a community clinic, but that's what we did. We got a grant from the United States and deposited the money in the Faculty of Medicine at McGill. And with our my colleagues in medical school, it was Charlie Larson who took over for me when I left. It was Stanley Spivak, Francois Goujon, Margaret Ward, George Sieber, and a sociologist student, Alan Balin. We were the original group, and many students joined us afterwards. As I said, when I gave up the directing it, Charlie Larson took over. Our philosophy from the beginning was that we wanted to help a neighborhood where people, in those days there was no RAMQ, they couldn't afford to get good medical care, and we opened up this clinic with our professors and with a nurse and a family doctor, and with a lot of help from the medical students to give medical care to the population. But our key philosophy, which I think we got originally from the civil rights movement, was that the citizens of the neighborhood should be involved in their own clinic and in their own health and in the politics and the administration and the running of the clinic. And the fact that the Pointe-Saint-Charles Clinic still to this day, after 50 years, maintains some autonomy and implication and power for the local citizens is fantastic. And I think it's unique. It's so unique. I mean to look into that to see, are there other clinics that function this way? I don't think so, or not many. And I think that it's very important to have a local implication of the citizens in their own well-being, to talk to each other shoulder to shoulder, rather than things being done solely from the top. We need the Ministry of Health, we need the hospitals, we need the medical establishment, we need the social establishment, but I believe that if the citizens are involved in their own health, the way it happens in Pointe-Saint-Charles, it's a much superior formula. And I congratulate you sincerely. As I say, I'm thrilled to see what's happened. I'm thrilled to see this philosophy has continued, and I'm honored to be part of your 50th anniversary.